Please welcome your defending AFC South champion, Jacksonville Jaguars!
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen ready for some preseason football. And off we go from Jacksonville. Good coverage by the kick team. Force him to start out back at the 23-yard line. Greg, here comes the Panther offense led by Bryce Young. Big steps in year 3 for the now 4th-year quarterback out of Alabama, the former #1 overall pick.
And after a bit of an up-and-down start to his NFL career, in year 3, we saw the best of Bryce Young. We saw more glimpses of what we remember seeing in the Heisman Trophy days and the national title days back at Alabama that led him to ultimately be the #1 overall pick. So now, year 4, expectations coming off the playoffs. Can he continue to build alongside Dave Canales and this young offensive roster? But tell you what, for the first time in a long time, Carolina has gone into a season without questions around the quarterback position, and a big part of that is just the improvement of Bryce Young.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. McMillan, the man in motion. Whoa! Whoa! And he'll be taken down around the 29-yard line.
So I like these plays. I think the more guys, Mike, that you can get involved in the ground game, the better. And of course, they're going to get enough touches to their back in a traditional sense, but make the defense defend every blade of grass from sideline to sideline and from line of scrimmage to the end zone. And one of the best ways to do it is to get your wide receivers, get your speed guys involved in the run game.
He finds the big tight end, Tremble. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Panther first down.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. They're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
That's a short pickup to about the 47. Foye Aluakan with the play.
The 47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, it's Young. Oh, the ball's out. No turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Young. That one, take it in. That's Teteroa McMillan. They got 14 there, didn't get it by much, but they do pick up the first down.
Nice grab there by last season's offensive rookie of the year, Teteroa McMillan. It didn't take a lot of time to find his stride as the top target in Carolina. A nice relationship, a good connection with Bryce Young. Over 1,000 yards in his rookie campaign, and I still think he has a lot of room to grow.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jaguars' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Young hands it to Hubbard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Antonio Johnson.
Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Young to throw on first down. That's taken it. It's Xavier Leggett. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Tremble comes in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Young. He'll get this to his tight end, Jatavian Sanders. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
8-yard pickup.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's Hubbard. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the bootleg, it's Young. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Taking it there in a hurry. Didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
His kick is good. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. Season 6 with the Jaguars for Trevor Lawrence, the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson from the 2021 draft.
Well, it's funny the difference a coach makes, right? I mean, there was so much question in Jacksonville, Mike. How do they get the best out of Trevor Lawrence? Well, you go out, you get Liam Cohen to not only be your head coach, but your offensive play caller and quarterback developer. They put the two of them together a season ago, leads Jacksonville to the playoffs, and clearly one of the best seasons of Trevor Lawrence's career.
Wow, how he got away from that first defender, I have no idea. This will wind up with positive yardage on the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got screen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll look to pick it up with Tootin.
Facial Tootin, the ball carrier. Bobby Brown brought him down. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down. Logan
On fourth
Cook
down, the
on the
Jaguars
punt
send
for
out the
Jaguars.
veteran Logan Cook to punt. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
29-yard line.
Offense heading back out for the Panthers, and their coordinator is Brad Idzik. His guys have a first-half lead here as they try to find some ways to attack this defense. They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. To throw is Young. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
On the RPO, a pass taken by McMillan. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here they come for 3rd and 1. McMillan comes in motion. They'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Actually, a really nice play there defensively, Mike. And initially, I thought that penetration was going to bring him down in the backfield and bring up 4th down. But somehow, nice job by the back, angling his way forward. I think he's going to get this first down by about the length of the football.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Another run here with Hubbard. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
On 3rd down, here's Hubbard. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to get going on their second possession. And Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener. So when you went through that phase of your career, how did you approach the preseason?
Yeah, certainly different when I was a rookie or really early in my career than I was towards the back end. There's no question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more established, my priorities of what I wanted out of those games, Mike, I think might have changed a little bit, right? I wanted to feel what it was like to get tackled. I wanted to feel what it was like just getting in and out of the huddle, keeping up with the play clock, getting into the operation of the game. It wasn't necessarily about how many catches or trying to make the roster, but it was the next step, preparing myself for the inevitability of a week one playing the full game in a full live environment. So this was the next step. You got practice to get your body right. Then you have a couple preseason reps to kind of take that next step, all leading up to being healthy and ready to go come week one of the regular season.
And it'll be taken down. The game is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now on 2nd down. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
They are moving the ball well on this drive, aren't they? It's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strange. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down. We're going to run it, and this is LaQuint Allen. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Lawrence going to give it to Tinton. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
At the 9-yard line.
So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. The Panthers off to the early advantage. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. As they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. Lawrence now. He's got it at the 3. And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal.
Jaguars
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Shooting. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. And he's in. Facial shooting. Touchdown, Jaguars.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Score, Jaguars 7, Panthers 6.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return is H.N. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Young to throw. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Leggett in motion. On 2nd down, Young. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. The receiver couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
The punter Martin out there as he kicks it away. On the return, here's Washington. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. They'll fake it to Tootin. Now it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to his running back. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. But put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 43, here's second down and 2. On the give, it's 2. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly.
The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On is the punter, Cook, and he sends it away. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And this is going nowhere. He's going backwards to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A second down throw for Young. He'll air it out down the middle. That is hard. He's inside the 30. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 96 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
The extra point, up and good. Panthers are in the lead by the score of 13-7. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Cheaton. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
This will be a 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen.
At the 43-yard line, it's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Man in motion here is Washington. Play action now. It's Lawrence. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
15 yards.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was brought down by Trevin Wallace. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Lawrence. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
17 yards.
17 yards, the gain there. First down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Run out of the gun, and it's Tootin. Whoa, and a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
A gain of 9.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
A run here. It's Chris Rodriguez. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run. It's Tootin, and he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
They put Strange in motion. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll go. Tootin. Oh, good blocking, and he's in. Facial shooting. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this. And you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and Xavier Leggett headed back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Leggett in motion. On the RPO, that's out to McMillan. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Young going to give it to Brooks. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it is Brooks. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Now, another first and 10. On play action, Young. A throw left side, caught by Sanders. And he will not be able to get away. Good work getting in there to force him out of bounds. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play. But those guys on defense, they felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Throwing on second down, Young. A short one there, caught by Tremble. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Young. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. Good play calling rhythm. Drive continues. Another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He completes this one to Mechie.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Here comes the screen to Brooks. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
2nd and goal.
Lee get in motion. To throw, Young. Tanneroa McMillan in the end zone. Carolina touchdown. The 1st-round pick in the end zone for a Panther TD. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Panthers will open up a 6-point lead.
Jaguars 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jags offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Open man, his tight end Strange. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. They're able now to go down and come away with points. They'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And this is really why you want a kicker with a big leg. In these situations, end of half, can you steal 3 points from distance and come away with 3? And really nice job there, right around that midfield logo. It's kind of crazy how it's become sort of routine in today's NFL.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Young to throw on first down. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. The RPO, that one is complete, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Man in motion here is Washington. second down, Lawrence. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Tough one to pick up here. Third down and 9. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Jacksonville.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm through your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, it is Strange. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That gets him to 100 yards exactly after that reception and gets his team a first down. They put Strange in motion. They'll run it here with 2. He'll get about 2. Michael Jackson in for the stop.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. In the middle, he's got it in the hands of Thomas. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They put Strange in motion. On third down, it's a run with Tootin. A 19-yard pickup there. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
This drive rolling now. Another first and 10. Right back to Tootin. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Man in motion here is Washington. Another run here with Tootin. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jalen Phillips in on the stop.
A 1 yard pickup brings up third and 8.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
In motion comes Thomas. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Horn now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Ball back with the Panthers, and Bryce Young leads the offense out. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Leggett in motion. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
Young quickly out to Leggett. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Back to throw. Young. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Tedero McMillan was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their running back, Bashal Tootin, heading back for their next possession. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in, that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. On 1st down, Lawrence. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing again, Lawrence on 2nd and 10. Open right side. That Strange, the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come to the line now for 1st down and 10. Here's Rodriguez. Open space inside the 10. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Rodriguez will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Yeah, he had that nice run just a minute ago, Mike, to get him down there on the doorstep. And then he looked at the sideline and said, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not tired. I'm staying in here. And he wanted to finish what he started. And this time he's able to take it across for a touchdown.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jaguars will go up by 7.
Jaguars 27, Panthers 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Achane. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Ball back with the Panthers, and Bryce Young leads the offense out, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Run with Brooks to begin this drive, and the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That one taken in right side by Legette. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these third downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
A second down throw for Young. Pressure all around him, and down he goes. Eric Armstead gets it for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Leggett in motion. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
The punt team out there for the second time, and that kicks away. This is taken at the 25. And a very solid return as they're able to bring him down. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A run here with Rodriguez. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll run it. It's Rodriguez. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Lawrence now. This one complete to Washington. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now here's Lawrence. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and His receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Little on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars will extend this third quarter lead.
Panthers 20.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Achan. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground with Brooks. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll go once more with Brooks. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The ball carrier. The tackle made just shy of midfield. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Young. Now he takes off. And he'll bring this near the 1st down marker. They're going to spot him, let's say, a yard short. So a 3rd and 1 forthcoming.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. By a good couple of yards. They get 3 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. Leggett in motion. On the RPO, that's out to McMillan. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. A gain of 26. And it sets up 1st and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Brooks. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will score. Game on. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Fitzgerald down for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers will cut the deficit to 7.
Jaguars 34, Panthers 27.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Allen. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Lawrence. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That is caught by Washington. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
And what a clutch throw here on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Now, in a perfect world, they'd love to go down there and get points, but at a bare minimum, milk the clock. Leave the least amount of time possible if you do have to give the ball back to your opponent. And if you're this defense, it feels like the time to get off the field is right now.
This one caught left side. That's strange. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be corralled right at the line of scrimmage. That is good work defensively. They hold him to no gain.
No gain on the play.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting third down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
He'll try to run for it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Allen. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
J.C. Horn on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 9. Lawrence. They'll try to work the screen with Allen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
3rd and 10.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
2 yards.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here. And really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And that could prove to be a big one, because if he misses, it's still a 1-possession game. Instead, he steps up, he nails it, and their chances of winning just took a big jump.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return is Achan. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. Crazy. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Another try with Brooks. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Open man downfield is Lee Gett. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
20 yards on that pass play.
Panthers.
It's a Carolina first down. Off the play fake. Here's Young. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Young. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Lee Gett. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. That penalty is declined.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. DJ Dallas now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. In motion is Myers. His drive will start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was brought down by Trevin Wallace. 1 yard gain. brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. It's Lawrence. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
44-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
47-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Fought for and caught for the first down. That's good for 11 and a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Lawrence. He'll get that out wide to Rodriguez. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 3. They put Strange in motion. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's taken in. The Panthers will take their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
4th down and 1.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. Works out as they convert on 4th down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. In motion is Myers. 2nd down, Lawrence. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark 26, and it sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Chris Rodriguez. Touchdown, Jaguars. That his second touchdown tonight.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Panthers 34.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Bryce Young and the Panthers now down on the scoreboard. 1:15 to go. How will this play out? We'll watch as they come up for first down. They'll drop to throw. And a battle for this one. It is caught by the receiver. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of
16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Now, 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Josh Hines Allen in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. He manages to get the throw late and completes it. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So shout to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. As we move closer to the regular season, they'll wrap up the preseason with the finale next week before we get it going for real come September. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.